Hello everyone, welcome to the US Immigration News. One of the most common reasons green card holders run into trouble with immigration is spending too much time outside the United States. Even though your green card allows you to travel, it doesn't give you a free pass to live abroad indefinitely. If you stay outside the US for more than 6 months continuously, or roughly 180 days, without a valid re-entry permit, Customs and Border Protection (CBP) officers at the border might question whether you intend to keep the US as your primary home. What does this mean in practice? Even if you return within a year, frequent or extended trips abroad can raise red flags. Officers don't just look at how long you've been away, but also your overall ties to the US, where you live, work, pay taxes, and whether you maintain a residence. If you are liking this video, please hit the bell button, subscribe, and like it so that you may get updates straight to your smartphone. Now let's get into the video. Rule number 1. Long absences can be considered abandonment of residency. If CBP suspects you've abandoned your residency, they can deny you entry, and you may be forced to prove your intent to live in the US permanently through interviews or legal processes. This can cause significant stress and even legal expenses. To avoid this, if you know you need to be outside the country for an extended period, you can apply for a re-entry permit before leaving. This permit, generally valid for up to 2 years, helps prove you did not intend to abandon your residency. Rule number 2. Having a verifiable physical US address is essential. Another surprising rule many green card holders overlook is the need for a consistent, verifiable physical address in the United States. USCIS and CBP want proof that you truly live here, not just that you have a mailing address. Using a friend's or relative's address for official documents or mail isn't enough. Immigration officers often request proof of your residence, such as utility bills, rental or mortgage agreements, or employment records. These documents show that you are physically maintaining a home in the US. If you can't provide this kind of documentation, officers may assume you no longer live in the country, which could jeopardize your permanent residency status. For example, imagine you've been traveling frequently and have been using your parents' address for your mail. When you return from abroad, officers might ask you to prove your residency. Without your own utility bills or a lease in your name, this could lead to difficult questions or even a denial of entry. Keeping records of your residence and updating your address with USCIS promptly if you move is a smart practice. Rule number 3. Inactive US bank accounts may signal residency issues. You might think your bank activity isn't relevant to your immigration status. However, USCIS and CBP can review your US-based bank accounts as part of verifying your ongoing ties to the country. They aren't concerned about how much money you have, but they do look for signs of regular financial activity, paying rent, buying groceries, utility payments, and everyday spending. If your bank accounts have been inactive or frozen for a long time, this inactivity can be used as evidence suggesting you might not be living in the US anymore. For green card holders, maintaining some financial activity in the US is a way to demonstrate that you continue to live here. This doesn't mean you have to spend lavishly, but a dormant bank account raises questions. Rule number 4. An expired driver's license can raise a red flag. Your driver's license is more than just a way to get around. It's a key indicator of your residency status. Immigration officers often request to see a valid state-issued driver's license during status verification or at the border. If your license is expired or suspended, officers may interpret this as a sign you've stopped residing in the US regularly. Renewing your driver's license promptly and keeping it current is important. If you know your license is about to expire while you are traveling, try to renew it beforehand or be prepared to explain the situation clearly. In many cases, a valid driver's license serves as strong proof that you maintain a connection to the US, reinforcing your claim of permanent residency. Rule number 5. Failing to file US taxes can put your green card at risk. Filing taxes annually might feel like a chore, especially if you're earning little or no income, but it's a critical responsibility for green card holders. USCIS interprets failure to file U.S. tax returns as a sign that you may no longer be economically tied to the country, which could lead to an assumption that you've abandoned your residency. Even if you had no income in a given year, you are generally required to file a tax return, reporting your status accurately. Not filing taxes for multiple years can cause serious problems, including difficulties renewing your green card, obtaining citizenship, or entering the country after travel. To protect your status, always file your taxes on time and keep copies of your returns handy, especially when traveling abroad. Rule number 6. Traveling with an expired green card is risky and can cause delays. In recent years, USCIS and border officials have adopted stricter measures regarding expired green cards. If you travel internationally with an expired green card, you risk being placed in secondary inspection at the port of entry, or worse, denied entry altogether. If you've applied to renew your green card, make sure to carry your Form I-90 receipt notice as proof of your ongoing status. This receipt serves as temporary evidence that your green card renewal is in process. Never travel without either a valid green card or a receipt notice for renewal. Doing so can cause significant delays and even jeopardize your ability to re-enter the U.S. Rule number 7. Family emergencies abroad require proper documentation. Life can throw unexpected curveballs. Sometimes you must leave the U.S. to care for a sick family member or attend a funeral. These are legitimate reasons to be away. However, even legitimate family emergencies do not automatically excuse prolonged absences from the U.S. If your absence extends beyond 6 months, you must be prepared to provide detailed documentation such as hospital records, medical letters, or death certificates that include specific dates and names. Without this documentation, border officers may still determine that you abandoned your residency, no matter how valid your reasons seem. Preparing and carrying these documents when you travel is a good way to avoid surprises. Rule number 8. You may be on an abandonment profile watch list. In a more recent development, USCIS and CBP have begun using advanced data analytics to identify potential abandonment of residency through abandonment profiles. These profiles are created by analyzing patterns such as extended absences, failure to file taxes, inactive bank accounts, expired identification, and lack of a verifiable U.S. address. If your behavior matches one of these profiles, you could be flagged without prior warning. This could result in a border officer canceling your green card on the spot during your next travel or inspection. This new approach means it's more important than ever to stay compliant with all the USCIS rules we've discussed so far. During the Trump administration, USCIS proposed policies that would require green card holders to submit their social media handles as part of immigration applications and renewals. Although this was initially targeted at overseas visa applicants, it's possible this could extend to current permanent residents as well. The stated goal is to enhance identity verification and improve national security screenings. This reflects a broader trend of increased surveillance and stricter enforcement. While this is still evolving, it's a sign that immigration authorities are watching closely, making it even more critical for green card holders to follow the rules and keep their documentation up to date. That's all we have for this bulletin. The U.S. Immigration News Channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. It is important to understand the United States immigration processing steps, visa application requirements, processing times, forms, fees, and more. We will continue to provide all information about U.S. visitor visas, such as B1 and B2, work visas such as L1A, L1B, and H1B, student visas, green cards, immigrant visas, EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, and EB5, and family immigrant visas. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the U.S. Immigration News Channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.